Hey, good morning there, everybody. Chris Phillipson here. Trying something a little bit different for this Build With Me episode, Tuesday, December 18th, 2025. As you can see here, I'm in the middle of creating some new capabilities for Sindri, which I've talked about before. This is kind of an abstraction, multi-provider abstraction for building out ephemeral AI-assisted environments. And right now I'm asking Claude to basically build me out a new extension for Sindri that has support for the Concept 7 MCP. So it's gonna get busy. I started this up in plan mode, and what we should eventually wind up with is some documentation about that extension here in the docs directory, and we should have basically a new extension folder here. So come along, let's see how this goes. Let's see here. So it's asking me for something. Where should the API key inline comment be added? Let's see. That's not quite what I wanted. Check out the Sindri. Generates YAML. It would be nice to add the key there. Check out what we do for other such keys and tokens. Yeah, so while this is going, I've been busy. Sorry I haven't been keeping up with my dailies. There's some things going on in my personal life that I needed to focus on, so hopefully you forgive me for not being consistent. We'll get back to it. So here, let's take a look at the commits. So you can see some of the things that have been going on here in the last few days. So I worked a little bit on security. I'll get to that in a moment. I added Starship, which if you're a fan of having customized command line prompts, I'm not talking AI prompts, it's just like what do you see at the command line when you shell in, having kind of information at your fingertips. Maybe you've taken a look at other tools like PowerLevel, etc., which are Python based. This one was written, I believe, that's not the right URL. Cross shell prompt. Yeah, it was written in Rust. It's really nice. So I built out a little extension. Actually, no, it's not an extension. It's baked into Sindri, so you just kind of get it by default. So you can look into this. I'll put something in the show notes about that. What else? There were some things that were happening, or let me back up, were not happening when we were cloning projects and creating new projects around tool initialization that I just fixed in this commit. So let me visit the security stuff that I was talking about, and then we'll get back to the progress of that that new extension implementation. Let's see, docs, security. Right, so I asked Claude with a particular agent. I believe I have an agent in here called the security auditor, to kind of go out and assess the quality of the code base and check it out, see what problems might exist. And it came back with a report and some findings, and it classified them by severity, kind of critical, high, and medium. And that kicked off a whole bunch of back and forth to try and address some of these security issues. And so it found, something less than 30, that's 29 findings. We've addressed 18, and we've kind of accepted 3, so 21 out of 29. And you can see here kind of the breakdown. This report's kind of a living document, and you can kind of drill in for more details to see, what the heck is going on here. I am going to continue to iterate, hopefully whittle these down one by one over time. So yeah, let's put that to the side and come back to what we got going on here. It's still planning.
The revolution will not be on social media. The revolution will not be reposted. It will not be liked, shared, or commented on. It will not come with filters to make it more appealing, or be sponsored by energy drinks. The revolution will not be on social media. The revolution will not be on social media.
What are you thinking about? Let's see.
There will be no Instagram story updates or Facebook status rants to explain it all. The revolution will not break in while you wait for the next YouTube ad to play.
What are we getting? What are we going to get?
You will not see it go viral. You will not receive notifications. The revolution will happen in real life, out in the clubs, in the hearts, in the minds. The revolution will not be on social media.
Well, I hope y'all are grooving. I decided I was going to try and get some music going on these episodes.
Okay, you look amazing. My heart is racing, and I'm losing patience. I need to ride away, put my hands up on your waist, back it up and get your space, then close the space. You look so sexy, driving me crazy, so crazy, baby. Boy, want you to look at me, eye contact with me.
All right, got a plan. Let's take a look at it here.
I need you, I want you, baby. I need you, I want you, I need you.
The creepers. All right.
I just want to love you.
Create a new Sundry extension for the Context 7 MCP server that provides up-to-date version-specific library documentation to reduce and hallucination. And there are the features, blah, 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 blah. Here's the extension file. So yes, we do want an extension configuration expressed in YAML. This looks fine. There's some lifecycle and configuration. So how are we installing it? How are we configuring it? How are we validating it's been installed? That might not be exactly what we want, but then we have installation. Okay. Yes, this is if the API key is present, then we want to do this. If no API key, we're going to do that. Gotcha. Yep. We want a skill. Yes. CLI. Yes. I want to add the key there. Update registry. Yes. We want to enter in the registry so that we have the ability to list extensions and have this show up. Perfect. It's going to create some documentation for it. All right, well, let's let it go. So while that's implementing, let me jump back to Sentry here and do actions. You can see we've got some CI. Every time we add new capabilities, it's running CI. So let's take a look, for example, at this one here. So it's doing things like shell check on all the shell scripts. It's doing markdown linting. It's validating the YAML and YAML linting. It's even validating the YAML against schema. It's doing cross-reference validation. So there's all kinds of quality checks that are built in. And then if all of these pass, it will kick off building the container image. And then if that's successful, it will kick off a test matrix. And the test matrix is basically for providers. So I'm basically having it go out and run some sample tests against the Docker provider, the Fly provider, and the DevPod Kubernetes provider. And so let's just open this up and take a look. For example here. So it's gonna use the image that was built to actually deploy to the target environment. So in this case, we're gonna spin up a Firecracker VM in Fly, and then once we've done that, we'll run some tests and see kind of what's going on here. Let's see the outcome of all the different types of tests that it's gonna run. Some cleanup and a summary. And so all of this stuff rolls up to the top level, and if we take a look at CI here, sorry, didn't mean to do that. I'm going to go back to this thing here. You can kind of see what's the test summary for the Docker tests, what's the test summary for the Fly tests, what's the test summary for the DevPod K8s tests. Let's go back. Alright, so we added the API key, that's awesome. We built a new skill. The extension, that's awesome. Here's the configuration for the extension. That's cool. I bet we can do better than this though.
Everybody does, yeah, that's okay, yeah. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw, I've got to let you know. I've got to let you know. You're one of my kind. You're one of my kind. I need you tonight.
cool.
There's something about you, girl, that makes me sweat.
There's always there.
I need you tonight. I need you tonight. 'Cause I'm not sleeping.
So yeah, one of the things that this thing is doing is not only is it creating the extension, right, but there's all kinds of documentation and references that need to be updated as well. So once it's done the implementation, it's got to go out and go, where else do I need to make updates? Because there's a lot of just sort of cross references and related documentation. It's got to go out and update that. So, for example, we've got slide decks. So because we added a new extension, it wants to add the new extension to the extension slide deck. There's an extensions documentation that catalogs the different extensions. So of course it made an entry here.
Don't worry, I'll always be running 2 steps behind. Don't worry, I'll always be running
Let's see what we got.
steps
We're
behind.
getting close to the end here.
I'll always be running 2 steps behind. Don't worry, I'll always be running 2 steps behind. Don't worry, I'll always be running 2 steps behind.
All right, awesome. Okay, so typically, I'll go through and I'll look at this stuff, and we've been doing that kind of as it's been building out. I have in this repo, I have, I believe it's a command called git commit. Okay, there it is. So this is just a little shortcut. It takes a look at all of the changes, does a git diff, learns what are all the changes, builds and articulates a kind of a git commit message, and commits. So I just say git commit.
Take me like a
Kind of a nice summary of what we just did. Commit that. And while I might have wanted to do this on a branch, I'm just gonna be a little bit of a cowboy and go ahead and push this right onto me. And what is going on here? Let's push. Ah, I see what I did. We can back out of that. Redo this. Yay. Alright. Come back up here. There we go. Well, folks, we're at time. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I plan on doing more. See y'all tomorrow.